This is how I crawled back into YouTube. And I am really, really sorry, guys. Been okay. It's just that it's been a lot of work. So in this video, I want to finish this. I have been working on this one for the last 2 weeks, but more so last week. Last week I dedicated everything, actually up to yesterday, so that's like about 10 days. I dedicated all my entire time for knitting to this. It's a blanket, and I will do a video on it by itself. Let me just move it. My first ever knitted blanket. I have these two. This is a beanie. I have a scarf here. So I also want to tuck in these threads that I have not done. So this is a project I'm going to work on today. And then another one, this one as well. It's just doing the threads that is left. Those two are projects I would love to finish tonight. So I had carried this because the blanket was too big to carry today. And I got myself into bad traffic where I spent almost an hour and a half. So I started working on this one in the traffic. And now I don't want to stop working on it. So I am now at, I think, 60 inches long. This is 60 inches long, but I want it at 70 inches long so that it's easy to take around your neck and have a good piece size dropping at the front. So I have this section, like a whole 4 colors. I finish this and I do one more. And then I can tuck in. This one has a lot of edges to be tucked in. It has a lot. So this is what I want to do tonight. And then, yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll get back to that, because I also feel like these scarves have been here waiting for me for the longest. So it needs to get done so that I can finish this blanket and I can get into something for May, before May is over. So we'll see you. Sorry. So I'm just getting into the last row of the scarf. So red is the last one. If you see the beginning of this, I started with red and I want to end with red. And then after this, I'm going to try and tuck in, because this has the most work. So I'll do this off the camera. And then I'll do the other two. And when I'm done and they're neat, we can talk about each one of them, right? I keep telling myself that I need to have like a crochet and knitting journal, you know, like where I record each project, I record details of the projects. So for example, this one, I would have put in how many stitches I'm using, what kind of stitch I'm using to knit, and what length I'm doing, so that I can compile maybe a kind of a pattern book for me because I don't use patterns. I just come up with something. Most times I do go to Pinterest and I get inspirations from there. Other times I get inspiration from other things. Maybe I see someone wearing something and I'm like, I love those colors. Maybe I could make something similar, mostly not similar. Maybe I could use those colors and make something. So that's exactly what I get my inspirations from. Sometimes it's even watching other people's videos, but I just don't like to use patterns at all. I don't like patterns. Is there anyone else who hates patterns like I do? Please let me know in the comments. So I'll see you when I finish this and those ones, and we can talk about them. So can I say good night, please? Good night and see you tomorrow. Good evening, guys. Another day. Today is Wednesday and it's past 5 o'clock. I'm from work and let's get this finished. So last night I told you that I would do the tacking of the yarn edges off the camera. I've just seen that here we have an issue. We need to cut this short. I also struggle a bit with tacking the threads. So I've done this. I'm just finishing. I have this left and this one. I have one thing that I would love any of you to help me with. I struggle tucking the edges in a way that they won't open, like I've just seen that one pop out. This is what I do. I make sure I'm not just putting the thread just, like straight through, because that way it does open. So I make sure that the way I am tucking in, I'm kind of putting a little or small knots along the way to just ensure that it won't open up. But still, the last bit, kuna vyenye, there is a way it just pops out. And that is where I would need help with. How do you tuck your threads to ensure that they won't pop out at some point in the life of the garment? They won't pop out like little edges popping out. You see like this? How do you do that? Is there a technique that is used to ensure that your threads will never ever pop out? Please let me know how you do it, what technique that is, if there is one. So this is done and it's so cute. I will model them later towards the end of the video once they're all done, but this is how it looks. I love it so much. Love it so much. So we will see what I'm telling you guys. This, but this doesn't look like a thread. Looks like a stitch that was pulled. But I love it. It's very, very cute. So I'm going to now take this one. This one doesn't have many. This one had a lot of them. And tuck this ones. And then we will move on to this one. See you later. So I am done with the scarves and I want us to now talk about each one of them. I'm going to start with the blue one and I am wearing the matching beanie for it. It's a wide beanie So this beanie, first, see how it looks? This beanie is wide and can be comfortably worn by someone with a lot of hair. It could be natural, maybe the locks, or natural hair, short or long. So it's wide enough to do that. And for someone with short hair like me, then it's going to be a slouch beanie. So this beanie works for quite a wide range of hairstyles. And I love it. Now, the name of this scarf together with the beanie is Ocean Blue Scarf and Beanie Combo. You can either buy it as a set, or you can buy the beanie on its own, or buy the scarf on its own. The yarn that I have used for this scarf is the butterfly variegated yarn. Butterfly variegated yarn. I've used this yarn before. Just a minute, I get you the one I have used. So this is the yarn, and this is the first one I used. And where I bought it, I bought this because it was the only one that was there, and I fell in love with it. I made a circular infinity scarf with it, and it was so beautiful. I actually made an infinity scarf and a ear warmer or headband with it. It was beautiful. So this is the same yarn, same brand, same type that I've used for this, and I call this scarf Ocean Blue. I love this yarn. I understand they're discontinuing this yarn, and I hope they don't. Some people say it's some colors that are going to be discontinued because they haven't been popular, but the colors that have been popular, hoping this is one of them, will stay in the market. So I love this. The length of this scarf, this particular Ocean Blue one, is 60 inches. So you won't be able to do twice around the neck and get a good drop in the front, but you'll be able to just throw as it shows on the video and the photo. Number one, Ocean Blue. So let's go to the number two of the scarf. I hope you enjoy the modeling of the scarves. Now, this is the same yarn, butterfly variegated yarn in color. They usually give codes. I don't have the codes, but the name I've given to this scarf is bubblegum. It just looks like a bubblegum. Yeah. And beautiful, beautiful color. It's got a mix of pink, purple, and some cream white, and makes such a beautiful combo. This scarf, the length is, I think, 76 inches. So this is pretty long, and it's also wider than the others. It's wider. So this will make a very nice dress accessory. Just besides it being a very warm scarf and worn over the cold season, you can accessorize with this one. It's very beautiful. It's very soft. On all these scarves, I've used one type of stitch, and the stitch is half sailor stitch. Yes, half sailor stitch. And that stitch gives you a double-sided garment. So on one side, that is the way the stitch looks. And on the other side, the stitch looks exactly like ribbed stitch. So beautiful. Second scarf. Last but not least of the scarves is this one. So this one, I have used the yarn Seal. You all know that I love Seal. I love Seal so much. This is Seal, and I've combined 4 colors. I must say, I used ChatGPT to get this kind of combination, the layout and the color. I just told ChatGPT to give me some examples of a sunset colors combo. And I got these 4 colors for the sunset, and then I asked ChatGPT to turn them into a scarf, and I just loved the layout it gave me, and this is the layout you're seeing. So this is AI designed. Yes, AI designed, and I love everything about it. This one is 70 inches long, and it is not as wide as the other ones. And the reason why is because this is slightly thinner yarn than the butterfly variegated yarn, which is heavier. Butterfly variegated yarn is 4-ply chunky, and this is 3-ply chunky. Same stitch for all the scarves. Now let's talk about the yarn briefly. I have a few things to say about this yarn. One, I love the texture. It is soft. I love it. Two, I love the fact that no factory knot on this yarn. At least what I have used so far, no factory knot. So you don't have to tuck in so many of the edges. Number three, what I love about this yarn is the colors. I just pray that they will not take out this yarn from the market. I am spraying so hard. I love it to stay. What I can say besides the things I love about this yarn is that it's super chunky. So the garments you make with it are definitely going to be garments for an extremely cold weather because it's super heavy and warm. The other thing is that it is not as long as the seal. Seal gives you more yardage or more meters. This gives you less. So if you want to make something with it that you've probably made before with seal, don't use seal yarn calculation. Always add another maybe 2 extra. Having said that, these are the items that I made in the month of April. This I finished in the month of May, but all started in the month of April, and I love everything that I did. I hope there's something in this video that is helpful to you. That is my intention, to make sure I share with you something that helps you in your knitting and crocheting. Until the next video, it is bye from me as usual. Nawala boto sana. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel. I have been away for a long time, but I share about my knits and crochets. I put in some of the things that I learn and experience while I'm doing that are helpful to other knitters and crocheters. And I also do a lot of markets and talk about markets in this channel. Remember to like this video if it really helped you so that other people can find it and get the same help as you did. Bye.